got to take myself off mute. I put myself on mute. That's hilarious. All right, let's do it again. Hey, what is up, everybody? It's now you can hear me. It's Dr. Vibe, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations. And you know what? I tell the friends coming on, make sure you put yourself on mute and unmute yourself when we go live. Well, hello. I'm the culprit today. So I've hosted and produced over 6,000 online conversations, two-time Canadian Ethnic Media Association Award winner 2018, Innovation Award 2020, Best Podcast News Award winner. And I also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads, fathers, and male caregivers that's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And being part of that movement, we've reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. And look who's here, Ryan Knight, who is now got me having to do something on the last minute. But we're here, Ryan Knight, because now I got to set up something because Ryan just did something.
Hey,
hi, Ryan. What's going on, man?
Things are wonderful. For those that may not remember who I am, my name is Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro Caribbean Business Network. We support entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage, really to figure out what stage their business is in and help them create a strategy to grow their companies exponentially. And I am an entrepreneur myself. I run a company called Detailing Nights. So we provide mobile waterless car cleaning. So we go to people's houses or their offices and clean their cars on the spot without using water, and our plant-based eco-friendly cleaning supplies. And unfortunately, detailing season is over.
Why is it over?
The snow. So for those that might not know, I had left Atlanta and landed in the snow.
Hold on. Some people may not even know you went.
So we're gonna talk about the whole trip. So yeah, it's seeing snow hitting early November is definitely a jolt to the system, but they say it's gonna warm a little bit back up and it's not gonna linger, but it seems like it's around for a couple days. But yeah, so much to catch up on. I'm still wearing my Blue Jay blue, although
I told you
we dropped the ball, but we had if we just got blown out by the Dodgers, by all means, it would be the big behemoth. But we were 2 outs away from winning this game, and even after they tied it, still we had chances to win. So I want to just say shout out to the Blue Jays. Looking forward to next season. But it was tough. It was a tough loss, man, because we were right there with a chance to win it. So
did you think the Dodgers won it or the Blue Jays blew it?
When you have a blown save, that means you blew it. But the blown save caused the tie, and then we missed a couple opportunities with runners at third with less than 1 out, three times in a row. So you have to, 100%. And the Blue Jays are usually really good at capitalizing on those situations. So it was, it was tough to see us not clutch up. But yeah, man. But we definitely in this season was an amazing ride, so can't complain about that.
100%. Yeah, they blew it. They blew it. They had
the lead.
13 men left on base.
There it is, and usually
when you have men on first and third and none out, and you can't score.
That's it.
Like even try a suicide squeeze bunt or something.
Well, you can't do a suicide squeeze with Alejandro Kirk, so that's where certain players can only do certain things.
No, it depends who was running on third base more than it's. But again,
I just think he doesn't know how to play. That's what I'm saying. Like certain situations, you just let your players hit because that's all they can do. But that's where the versatility comes in.
And here's Frequency of Event Promote says, "I still believe in the bird."
Well, this is the question: is can they keep this momentum so that they're a contender every year? Because was this just a flash in the pan? Hey, they went from last place to first place. So Blue Jays fans don't want to see that just revert back to now last place. Like, do we have staying power is the big question right now.
Well, I did not realize this, but the Blue Jays had this past baseball year the 5th highest payroll. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, their payroll's up there. Like,
I didn't realize, but I think
with the Yankees and the Dodgers of the like. So yeah.
What does your Blue Jays team need for next year? What do they need to do?
Need to figure out how to keep their players. There's rumors Bo Bichette might be not staying long term. So Vladdy's locked in. So a lot of the pieces from this year, it's like how many of them will stay. So Shane Bieber, I saw re-signed, which was a shock. People didn't think he was going to re-sign with the Blue Jays. So it's how much of it can you keep intact, and then yeah, just solidifying starting pitching, and because they can hit. So it's now starting pitching and the relief pitchers. That's
I'm more
always.
I'm more concerned about the relief pitching than the starting pitching.
And all year Hoffman was kind of hit or miss, but then in the playoffs, I feel like he was solid. So that's where him blowing the save wasn't really. I mean, it's always a possibility, but he had been solid and against like star players. So to give it up to the 9-hitter was like just mystic stuff, man. Like that was rough. I could only imagine what he's feeling because he knows he's better than that. So yeah, man, rough all the way around.
What else is going on since we now put the Blue Jays into the cemetery for this year?
Right. With a wonderful funeral, they get a what do they call it, the military send off, the
Oh yes, yes. Okay,
so I was gonna pull up. So last week I was
hold
in
on, hold
Atlanta.
on. Just give me a quick second because you're on tour, so we just got to
Yes,
make sure that
yes.
things are done proper here. So let's just get some things. All right. So I believe what you want to do is this because you spawned this on me on the last second. You're such a nice guy.
Man, you know when
So,
I go on
oh, oh,
trips.
oh, you got to give me that screen. Sorry,
Oh,
you got to put up that screen share again, man.
give me a
Okay,
moment.
there we go.
All right. So, yes, last week was able to head to Atlanta to go to the Power Networking Conference and talk about social enterprise. So, as you know, Detailing Nights is a social enterprise, and also our Just Like Family is a social enterprise, which is the home care for seniors, a PSW work for seniors. And being able to head to Atlanta for the first time was quite a trip. So let me see if I can give you a bit of. So guess who I find in the at the airport?
Uh,
Also going to Atlanta. So Farley Flex was
was he
there.
going to Atlanta or was he going to the Power Networking Conference?
No, he was going to Atlanta for the Faith and Healing Conference. I think he called it.
Okay,
It was a
okay,
different conference happening in Montgomery.
okay.
It was cool to hear my little rental car. We got an EV, which was surprisingly efficient. The whole time I was there, did not need to recharge it. That was like pretty good. And I was driving all around town. So being in Atlanta, I wanted to check out the Small Business Association, but with the current government shutdown, they are closed, not accepting emails, not
Yep,
accepting phone
yep.
calls, nobody in person. I just thought that was wild that it's 30 plus days of the government being closed. And
Mhm.
one thing that I noticed is the people at the airport are quite tart because I could imagine how pissed off they are right now not getting paid. So, hey, if you're flying or traveling, please be on your best behavior and give our people some grace because yeah, there's just like you can see that they're easily irritated. So it was yeah, like
Okay.
be gracious to our people. So got to check out the Slutty Vegan out in Atlanta. Got to try their
Did they
and I
have
saw
oxtail? Did they have oxtail there?
I don't they haven't figured out how to do that vegan style. Like they did have jerk plantain. Their dancehall queen sandwich had jerk plantain with their impossible meat. But I have seen more self-autonomous things in Atlanta. So this is the Uber Eats bot that people may have seen online. So it's a real thing. They put the orders in and it just goes off and delivers. There was also something called the Waymo taxi. So
Yep.
taxis
I
driving
know about
around,
that. Yep.
no drivers. And
Yep.
I'm like, okay, it's driving around, but then there's people in it. I'm like, man.
Yep.
So Atlanta trusts the autonomous stuff. I got to check out Gaucher. So Gaucher Breakfast Bar, which was really nice. The owner, Gaucher, used to be a celebrity hairstylist and now launched a breakfast bar. And they have 2 locations in Atlanta. So we got her cooking book, which was awesome. And then I got to check out Spelman College and Morehouse. So there, I didn't realize across the street from each other. It's like
Yep.
on the same campus.
Yep.
I didn't
Yep.
realize that. So Kalen, he is in the Morehouse startup entrepreneurship zone. So
Mm-hmm.
got to connect with him to see how we can work together in the future. Martin Luther King Jr., of course, and this other organization. Oh, I missed the name. There's one more HBCU that's nearby, but I forget what it's called now. They have very interesting innovation centers, which I'm looking to see how we can duplicate that in Canada. There's a Roberts Group one, which is run by Michael Roberts, the billionaire in the US.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
Yes.
there's
Yes.
Russell
Yes.
Innovation one.
Serious guy.
Yeah. And then I was down in East Atlanta to check out some restaurants. This is a Goja Korean bar. But now to the Power Networking Conference. So Delano Johnson, he's one of the co-producers of the conference
Yep.
with Dr. George
Mm-hmm.
Fraser. Got to say hi to him. Some interesting technology happening, NFC clothing and plants. There's
Mm-hmm.
just cool tech happening. Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Fraser, to make
Yep.
sure to say hi from Canada for all of us. Alicia Little, which I went
Yes.
for.
I'm very familiar with her.
Yeah, so she was doing her sessions as well. So I've got a picture. And then Tiana Von Johnson, I'm not sure if you've ever heard of her.
No.
She runs a real estate firm on Wall Street.
Okay.
Like one of the first black women. They actually had a TV show about it. So it's cool getting to meet her. Oh, I took pictures of, so the basketball stadium is connected to where the conference is. So State Farm Arena is where the oh my gosh, Atlanta Hawks play. But you want to see a stadium, check out the Atlanta Falcons Stadium. I did not know it was this like intense. So that's football stadium versus the basketball stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. And then Dominique Wilkins. So my trip
Yes.
was very specific to meet this man. So
Yes.
John Hope
Hope
Bryant,
Bryant. Yep.
that runs Operation Hope.
Hope.
Got to talk
Yep.
to him about potentially bringing Operation Hope to Canada. He said that it's in motion and they're coming. So got to reach out to his team to see how we can support.
Stay in touch with that gentleman. That's
Right?
someone you need to have on. He don't play.
Yo,
Oh,
100%. And
very
his
focused.
presentation,
Very
I'll tell you, I
focused
recorded his
individual.
presentation. It was really good. But yeah,
Very
getting to meet
focused
him.
individual.
So I do want to thank Dr. George Fraser because I was like, what is the way? How can I get introduced to this gentleman? He's like, okay, come see me after we do our fireside chat, and was able to get an introduction. So that was a highlight. And then we got to see our boy, Dr. Boyce Watkins, was
Boys,
there. Yes, and his wife, Dr. Alicia.
Dr. Alicia Watkins. Yes,
Yeah,
I did get your message, and I DM'd her to see when she's coming back on the Dr. Vibe show. Dr. Alicia, wonderful lady.
and yeah, so beyond that,
That's it?
trip was definitely worthwhile. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, we're back. All right, well, good. Atlanta. So, was worth going to the Power? Where are they having their next one? Do you know?
They did not mention that. So
Okay.
curious. I know there'd been hints of it traveling to other countries, and I think Canada was on the potential list. So I do want to follow up with Dr. Fraser and see if that's still a possibility and what it would look like for it to be up here.
Well, congratulations. So, you had a good return on investment?
Yes, and some very cool business connections. I feel Atlanta is like 10 years ahead of Toronto with just supporting black business and
Oh,
different.
absolutely.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
really good.
Absolutely.
Connections.
100%.
A lot to
100%.
learn.
We got some quick comments here. Frequency of Event Promotion says the Jays show the world resilience. True. Now we
Yeah.
just want them to show how they can get over the top.
Yes.
Then he also says we need more offense. The bat. I don't think the Blue Jays need more offense. I think they're pretty good with offense.
Yeah, healthy squad. We're solid.
Fitness IQ Cam says Monin. She says, oh dear, about I think some of the challenges you may have had in Atlanta. And then, of course, Frequency Event Pro is going to say, what did you learn about network in Atlanta, Ryan?
A big thing, say hi to people around you. So many people in Atlanta always say hi and just, hey, how's it going? have a nice day. So that always sparks conversation. And then when you're at events like the Power Networking Conference, the possibility of meeting somebody interesting is like 90 to 100%. I don't,
Absolutely.
right? It's like everybody you talk to is working on something interesting, willing to help you with what you're doing. And so being able to stay connected, that just openness to start a conversation, I feel like that was a big thing that I learned.
Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So maybe you and I will tag along for next year's conference then.
Okay, we should do a mini Canadian delegation. I know we hinted at it at
Yeah.
the symposium.
Well, I didn't hear anything from you till you like the last night that you were going because I know it was something you were interested in. You were talking at the
Yeah.
ACBN symposium. Yeah, well, I'm going, we're going. I didn't hear anything the last minute, but would definitely like to entertain that for the next one and would love to actually. Okay, so Frequency of Eventpro says, were there any challenges networking in Atlanta? I don't think you probably would have had any.
No, it's only that there's 500 plus people in the room. You know, if there was a way to curate who you really need, like who you should not leave the place without talking to, I don't know how to do it, but something like that where it's like, here are 3 people, make sure and talk to them. But
Mhm.
yeah, like you said, like just being able to talk to anybody, you're gonna
Well,
learn
but
something.
plus two, you're from Canada, so you're from a different country, so you're a unicorn. So it makes it a
Right.
little bit easy. No, in a good way, it makes it a little
Yeah.
bit easier.
And that's where you become the, oh yeah, you're the guy from Canada, right? Oh, you're the
Yeah.
one that
There you go. So Tim Frey, good morning,
yeah.
Tim Frey. Hope you're doing well.
Morning, Tim.
Ray McMillan, good morning. Ray says, morning, gents. The ease of communication acknowledgement is a Southern thing.
Yeah,
True
definitely
hospitality.
open up. Yeah.
Hospitality. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a very quick break. We're gonna do some housekeeping. Then Carolyn Nicol is coming in the house, and
Nice.
she's prepping us for holiday season and behaving ourselves food wise over the holiday season because we don't want to ask Ryan how much he ate in Atlanta. Maybe she will. You saw some of the places that he hung out at, but we'll be
Yes.
back in 15 seconds.
Watch Primetime Saturdays on Saturdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, where Aisha K. Staggers and Laura Lalaki try to make sense of the nonsense in American politics and culture.
All right, we are back, and make sure you catch Primetime Saturday with Ish and Lala because there's so much stuff going on in that country. Hello, hello. Well, let's do some housekeeping. Subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Also, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and Substack. To advertise your business, product, or service on any of the platforms that I'm a part of, email me, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. We don't want to forget Indie Soup TV, powered by our good friend Dr. Tachi out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Woo.
Over 28,000 YouTube subscribers in about 21 months, excuse me. Lots of good stuff and content on there, including this show.
Mhm.
And also, if you've got a question or a take live during our conversations, go to your favorite digital device, put in your favorite browser, preferred browser, callme.ro.com. Then you'll get a screen asking you to put in a code, put in the code FSPL8L. Then go to the next screen, put your name, and then join conversation. We haven't, you know what? I may have to run a contest, a giveaway contest to get people to
Ah,
do that.
yes.
You know, may have to do that. But it's about that time. You know what time it is, Ryan?
Yeah, time to make sure we're eating right.
Like you
Stuff
were,
right.
right? Like you were.
I have a couple questions about my menu in Atlanta to see what hit and what missed.
Oh well, I have an intuition there'll be more that missed.
I
than
might
hit.
shock you. I don't know. I might
Okay,
shock you.
I know. I just have an intuition. I have an intuition that there's more hit that. Tim Frey says before we get on to Carolyn says Atlanta's a great place. We had family business there for a few years, so there we go. There's
Oh,
an
send me a
endorsement
note.
in
If you
Atlanta.
still have any connections out there, let me know,
All
Tim.
right. Well, let's bring on the star of the show. Her name is Carolyn Nicol. She is in the house. And I spoke with her before we started and say, you must be upset, Carolyn, because you must be happy because there's snow on the ground. She goes, no, there's no snow where I am. I
Oh,
went, what? How can that be? Carolyn loves her
Oh,
snow.
and isn't that way up in Sudbury? There's no snow?
Carolyn, you're on mute. Got to take yourself off mute.
There's a theme going this morning, Dr.
Yeah,
Vibe. With
the
the
mute button, right?
Yeah, no snow. 4 hours north of Toronto. I'm sure it's coming because it's a little cool, but yes, no snow. Toronto got it all. Somebody's playing with the weather.
Whoa.
Okay. So Fitness IQ has already put bets on Ryan's caloric intake during Atlanta. She's 50-50.
What's the over under? What's the
50, and she goes 50-50 of healthy food and junk food. So Ryan, what's the right answer? Well, you'll ask questions, we'll find out. More importantly, Carolyn, what's been going on with Energy Shack Juice Bar, your family, and all things Energy Shack Juice Bar and risk-free gluten?
West gluten-free, but you're
I'll get it right eventually.
There's just too many words there. So everything is good. The bakery's gearing up for their very busy December season. This is the busiest time of year. So that's exciting. On the nutrition side, what's happened is over this last year, we've really opened up a U.S. audience.
Wow.
We're doing a lot. It seems that there's a big change with healthcare becoming very expensive and people wanting to learn how to heal naturally. So we actually have quite a large, Energy Shack has been working with a large US audience of putting them in groups and helping them in a more economical way to sort of work together. So you don't maybe have your own individual nutritionist, but one nutritionist guiding the group.
Nice.
So that's kind of set the precedence for 2026, where I believe even our Canadian audience will see a lot more group programs that are more affordable. So you don't have your own personal nutritionist, but I think that there's definitely a desire and need to heal naturally, but that one-on-one program is rather expensive. So it's the best investment, but people will be starting to see more group programs. And our retreats are coming February and April 2026. Hot saunas and cold plunges.
Nice.
But yeah, one of my favorite topics. Yeah. Okay.
That's
the vibe is overdue for a cold plunge.
Yeah, just like you, Ryan. Speak up for yourself, right? So, Carolyn, I think before we really get into things, I think it's a really important thing you're focusing on because, of course, with the political situation going on in the United States, and one of the key things is affordability.
Yes.
And now with the healthcare issue, and it just blows my mind that there are 40 million Americans that use the SNAP program. Wow. And I think I was at least 15 to 20% of those individuals are children.
Oh.
Gotcha.
So wow. I think it's incredible opportunity just from my lens that you're getting a chance to attack affordability and eating well, because it's a crisis here too, which is interesting. We don't hear it a lot here, but it is a crisis here because I was listening on the news on the weekend that the last total, there are 15,000 homeless people in the Greater Toronto area.
Wow, that's a whole city.
Yes.
15,000 people. So if they're homeless, I wonder what their eating habits are.
True. Yeah.
If so I really am looking forward, and we'll make sure you tell them about this show, Carolyn.
Yeah, I'm telling everybody about the show.
Tell them when you're on, because it's really important, because that may
some of them are here today.
Okay.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, I mean, as we wrapped up, I think we did 3 U.S. group programs this year. And the testimonies that come out of them is that, I just was reading one that her blood sugar dropped by 80%, or her medication was reduced by 80%, and it's only a 30-day program. Another lady who came with excruciating joint pain says, I can't believe it's all gone. And then we also, talking on the affordability, is that one of the ladies piped up in one of the meetings. She says, my husband and I were looking at our budget and we actually saved grocery money doing this program.
Mm.
Right.
Because the truth
That's a
is,
big deal.
cabbage, lettuce, it's still apples, bananas. They're still cheaper than, meat and cheese and I'm asking you not to do any takeout food. I'm asking you to prepare the food yourself. Rice and beans are still the cheapest food on the planet.
Mm.
So it was really refreshing to see so many people heal so many ailments in a short period of time and save money.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a winning combo. If you
A
can get
winning
that
combo.
right, yeah, I love that.
I love that. That is fantastic. So, Carolyn, no,
Yeah.
we haven't finished with Ryan's diet yet. Okay, Ryan, what happened?
Okay, so my questions were around. I was able to go to a restaurant called the Slutty Vegan. So they
Very popular restaurant.
very, very popular. So my questions more around your thoughts on those impossible meat burgers. So is it just a better alternative, obviously, to regular burgers, or is it still not something that we should be relying on? I was curious your thoughts on the whole kind of impossible burger food industry that's been coming up.
Yeah, so it's really interesting, and I saw that in your intro that you went to a vegan place. So um, I don't know, like following the statistics and the trends. The reality is that more and more people are moving away from plant based. To be honest,
Gotcha.
this is a trend that's growing. Gluten free is growing, and plant based is. And Impossible is trying to rebrand their product
Mm,
because they want it not to just be a vegan alternative. So it's really great that you're seeing a plant-based restaurant thriving in Georgia. That's good news
mhm.
because more people are just getting. I think that you have to be really convinced to stay plant-based to avoid meat forever. That
Right,
has to be
right.
like a real conviction to fully avoid it.
Yeah,
But if you want to get to the nitty gritty, all you need to do is look at the ingredients of Impossible Burgers and Beyond Meat Burgers. And yes, it's gluten free. Yes, it's soy free. But I think the second, if not the third ingredient, is canola oil or sunflower oil.
gotcha.
And that is one of the most highly inflammatory products you can put in your body.
Gotcha.
Simply
Mm.
processed. It's full of seed oils. So I don't know. Is that better than eating meat that also creates inflammation? I kind of put them in the same category.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
yes, you won't get the uric acid, but it's highly inflammatory products. So I really think that the Impossible Burgers and the Beyond should be beyond all of our reach, and we shouldn't play around with those products.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And then something else that I ate a lot was seafood. So being able to eat more
Mm.
salmon, shrimp, and tried grits for the first time. So thank you to Gosha's breakfast bar. But your thoughts on like fish and seafood, is that kind of a step in the right direction of going to, I'll say, all plant based when a person like me that eats a lot of oxtail and red meats shifts to fish, or should it just be a big shift over?
So farmed fish are problematic because they're really fed the guts and leftovers of cows and chickens.
Hmm.
Farmed fish are very toxic. But if you're going with like a fresh fish, you're going with a sockeye salmon that's not super fatty, that's actually wild caught. Those are actually much healthier options and good for the transition.
Gotcha.
Seafood is in a whole category of its own. Most seafood is bottom feeders. They're very dirty animals. I don't recommend seafood honestly at all. Most seafood are bottom feeders. They're eating the dirt. Shrimp are the for TMI, but like they're the only seafood that actually has their cycle. Who knows when they're being caught? Like it's just wrong.
Interesting.
I
Right, right.
I
Yeah.
really recommend that if you are going to try to go away from the oxtail, which good for you, try to go with fresh caught fish, maybe some organic free range eggs. As you're trying to transition into more plant based, and when you get to that plant based, You're trying to go whole foods, plant-based. Anytime you take something out of a package, it's compromised. It's compromised.
Right.
So really try to go with the beans, your nuts, your seeds, your healthy grains, vegetables, and fruits.
It's
Much
interesting because
appreciated.
from the first time I met Carolyn, I haven't had fish since.
Okay.
I stayed totally away from seafood, totally away from it.
Right.
100%. Let's catch up. Some people are commenting all over the place. So, well, look who's here. Emma Ansa is in the house, and you catch her on the last Monday of each month. She goes, I love this topic. Hi, gents. Also, for people who follow sports, NBA great Lenny Wilkins transitioned over the weekend.
Yeah,
So,
former Raptors coach.
yes, transitioned. Yeah, a Hall of Famer, etc.
As a player and coach, I think he's one of the few to do that.
Yes. She goes, fitness IQ. Cam goes, I'm allergic to sunflower oil, so I have to be mindful. Emma says,
yeah, and it's in everything, those seed oils.
Gotcha.
Emma says that's the problem with all of those Beyond Meat and dairy products. They are all replaced with oil.
Yeah. Bad oils, bad oils, cheap oils, because those are the cheapest oils on the market, all your seed oils.
And then Frequency Event Promotions is becoming a chef, made a home cooked meal yesterday with spring mix salad, micro shrimps with broccoli and green peas, had some potatoes, quote, don't judge here, unquote. Drink of choice was a low price selection water. Yeah, well, it's a best price selection. It's the best price selection. And in the house, Dr. Tachi is here. Good to see you as always, Dr. Tachi. So it's holiday season, Carolyn.
It's starting to look a lot like Christmas, that's for sure.
Well, not where you are, where we are, yes. But
I have a question for Ryan. I
like that.
Just before I jump into this whole health thing, I'm surprised in Georgia you didn't go see the Martin Luther King Center, or have you already been there?
No, I did not get to go see it. Because when I was at Morehouse, there was a mini kind of museum dedicated to him, so I got to see that.
Oh, okay, all right.
The full center, no.
Okay, I was in Georgia a few years ago and stopped in there. That was an extremely enlightening and transformational experience to walk down the street that he actually lived on, and to that's a place that I think Black, white, Chinese, or Indian, everybody should go. Yeah.
Received.
And I do plan to be traveling to Atlanta more often. We're making some business connections to expand our franchises out there. So, we'll see when I'll be back.
Yes, make a stop in there. Bring your kids.
Because is that in Montgomery or?
I believe, if I remember, it's in Atlanta.
Oh, in Atlanta. Okay, nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, sorry.
Holiday time.
Back to nutrition.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing is that this month, November that we're in, we know the 1st turns into the 30th so fast. Okay. December is going to come. There's going to be food in the office that you don't want to eat, but you do want to eat, and you have this battle all the time. There is going to be, for the most of us, family gatherings, socials. I mean, it's a festive time, and unfortunately with that becomes a lot of food that we have regrets about eating. But we were designed with a palate, we were designed with taste buds. So even in the Bible, there's festive times and days for festivities. But the problem is that when that takes over your health, and let's be real, diabetes is like the pandemic of the day right now. Mm-hmm. So now is the time. And like the first point that I want to make as far as don't lose your health over the holiday is your resolution starts now. Your resolution starts today. Before all these events come, before your holiday gatherings and your socials and your work parties, what's your resolution right now? Are you going to the gym 5 days a week? Are you you're going to make salads every single day. You're ditching your pop-in juice for water. So make that decision now. So when you get to your events, you're actually healthier, stronger, you're feeling better, your blood sugar's under control. That alone will make you rethink whether you want to go into that cookie jar or whether you're going to order the dessert. Like, man, I've lost so much weight over this last month. Do I want to go back to where I was? So my first point is now is the time for your resolution, like today.
Okay.
So, do you come across any interesting alternatives to traditional, let's say, well, Thanksgiving's past, but traditional like Christmas treats that we might be able to use as an alternative instead of just going full cold turkey?
Yeah, so so that kind of like brings me to my second point is that I think that whether it's an alternative or a real treat, you should give yourself permission to enjoy it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So, but not every day, every weekend. So I look forward to apple pie and ice cream, and it's vegan ice cream, but I look forward to that on the holidays. My husband's an amazing baker. He makes an apple pie, and,
Yes.
but I'm not going to eat that the weekend before and on Christmas and on Christmas Eve and on New Year's. I'm going to have that on Christmas, and that's my time.
Right.
So yes, there's definitely alternatives that you can have, but if you really love your apple pie, you really love your black cake, you really love your potato pudding, go ahead and enjoy it. Don't take a huge slab home so you're enjoying it for the entire week later.
Gotcha,
Pick
gotcha.
your day that or 2 days that you're going to have that treat and be done with it. Enjoy it, eat it slowly, be happy for the company around you. Yeah, but I don't know that we need. There's lots of alternatives, and one alternative I would say is wherever you can swap your dairy. So I make a cashew cheesecake rather than a real one. I have vegan ice cream. So dairy's going to kill you, before most anything else does. So try to avoid desserts or treats that have dairy, or think of an alternate.
Gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha.
Good
Appreciate that.
stuff. Um, what I'm going to ask you a question in regards to mindset. So many people approach the holidays with an all or nothing mindset, either strict restriction or overindulgence. How can someone shift their mindset to avoid this cycle?
Yeah, to just tell yourself it's so, first of all, if you are the extremist, like, you know what, it's December, I'll reset in January, it's not worth it. To put 10 pounds or even 5 pounds extra on the body to bring blood sugar from fives to sixes or sevens happens so quickly. Think about it though, it takes months and months, sometimes up to a year to bring it back to normal. The damage is easily put in, but reversing the damage is difficult. And going to a place where, I'm not going to that person's house because I know I'm going to have the dessert, or I'm not going to do any socials, or I'm going to choose to work from home for the entire month because I don't want to be in the office. You don't want to be an extremist either. You should be able to, exercise some self-control without going all in, but you should give yourself the freedom to enjoy a few treats. It's just you've got to find this happy balance. And for me, it's all in the mindset and the planning. So every day that I can and is in my control, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to do this now. When I get to an outing, when I get to a family's house, I'm not going out of control, but I am going to enjoy that piece of cake. I don't have turkey, but if that's what you want to have, then enjoy it and don't feel guilt about it. But don't make that the continued festivity for the next day, the rest of the week. And part of what I want to talk about today is knowing how to reset.
Okay. Good
Nice.
stuff. Good stuff. Uh, I want to make sure you get through all your points because I always have a myriad of questions.
No, that's okay.
I got lots of questions. So whenever you open up
No,
for
no, no.
questions,
As you guys ask questions, it seems that my points come out. So it's all
okay,
good.
all
Yeah,
right.
keep going.
So what's okay, you've already did this. Okay, beyond food, what aspects of health, sleep, stress, movement do people often neglect during the holidays, and how can they prioritize them?
You know, that's a great question. And two things that I notice get missed a lot is sleep, because you're up late preparing food for get togethers or whatever, or you're at get togethers. And I think a lot of people don't realize that hormones are balanced between 9 p.m. and 1 o'clock in the morning. So your hormones regulate your metabolisms, how much weight you're going to lose, how much weight you're going to gain. Your hormones they regulate your reproductive system, whether you're going to have good testosterone or whether your estrogen is going to be all over the place as a female. Your hormones regulate your sleep cycles and how happy you feel in the day, because serotonin, that's a hormone too. So we often compromise on this sleep area. And not only is it a problem to not go to sleep during those hours, but if you've had a late dinner and then you sleep on food, your hormones don't get to balance because they're digesting. So again, for sure, there's going to be a few late nights. There's going to be some dinners, but set boundaries in your life of how many compromises are you going to make for the month of December, or for that week, because you don't want to make a habit of late nights for 2 weeks straight, late dinners for 2 weeks straight. This is so problematic, and it's extremely difficult to recover from. And the last one is, don't make a compromise on your exercise. Get it in. When you move your body, your blood moves, your lymph system moves. Why do you think everybody gets so sick in the holidays? Because we barely move and we load ourselves with sugar. We're just saying, virus, come and get me. So get your exercise in. Make it a priority to get to the gym for even 15 minutes, do some push-ups, sit up, get your blood moving. That actually takes away a lot of cravings in the first place.
Makes sense. Oh, did we lose you?
I think Dr. Vibe, you have your mute
Yep.
on.
Yeah, I gotta see it's my happening today. There we go. All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a quick break and come back with more questions for Carolyn and people. We even have an audience question for you too.
Nice.
So let's take this quick break and we'll be right back.
You are watching Carolyn Nichol of the Energy Shack Juice Bar and Whisk Gluten-Free Bakery on The Morning Vibe with Dr. Vibe and Ryan Knight. Stay energized.
We got to get Carolyn back because I didn't switch properly. So let's get her back.
The blues.
There we go. There we go. We got her back. I caught Carolyn off guard. I saw her in the green room going, "What's that?" Caught you off guard.
That woman is lifting weights, and she is like, I'm telling you that muscles know no age. So don't fool yourself. Yes, your skin will get saggy. Yes, your hair will get gray, but your muscles know no age. So what an awesome woman you had there, just proving. Look how fit her arms are. Muscle knows no age. Let us make every day count.
Okay, good stuff. Got a question for the audience. So here's our audience question. Which holiday treat is hardest to resist?
I think that's different for everybody. Ryan, which holiday treat is hardest to resist?
Ooh, I don't skip the oxtail that my dad makes. Sure. Yeah.
What a difficult answer.
Pie is definitely up there. Those would probably be the two. The rum cake cheesecake from Edible Bliss, Amanda.
Yes.
That is now on the list. So I'll say those are my top three. If the holiday season's passed and I don't get one of those, it was rough. But you got the vibe.
Okay, so Finance IQ Camp says sorrel. That's the hard one for her to resist.
Really?
For me, I'm eating less and less these days because I have to be mentally in the mood to eat. But I think apple pie is the one. Apple pie and cornbread.
Really? Okay, nice. But you have to find somebody that can do it good.
What, cornbread?
Yeah, who do you get it from? Or do you make
Oh, my sister makes a mean cornbread,
it?
man.
Nice,
She
nice.
makes like, let's put it this way: when we have family get-togethers,
Mm.
she brings it. She just hands it to me.
Nice.
Right, so I tell her I
Yeah.
don't want to be in the same place as you unless you have your cornbread. You know, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Carolyn,
because
any other?
yeah.
I have another question if you're ready.
Mm.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so how can well, you've already talked about this. How do you help clients reframe guilt or anxiety around enjoying holiday treats in moderation?
Yeah, the worst thing you could do is to feel like, let me just put it this way. You can eat a Big Mac happy for the rest of your life and you won't do as much damage as a stressed out vegan. That's the truth. Stress kills you before bad food does. So when you eat something wrong or you're going to just enjoy it, just be happy about it, eat your food happy. Just don't make it your habit of constantly going back to that. But that becomes a little bit problematic because when you have sugar or something, even if it's oxtail that spikes dopamine, dopamine is like a dragon or a monster or that bear that comes out of the cave. And it's like, oh, you have the sugar. Oh, you have the oxtail. Remember all these good memories? They make you so happy. And to get that bear back in the cave is really difficult. So you're going to wake up and that bear is going to be like, I'm hungry. I want more sugar. And it's very difficult to get the bear back in the cave. Okay. So when you excite dopamine, that becomes the problem. So it's easy to say, yes, I'm going to make a plan. And that's a big thing. If you don't make a plan, you are planning to fail. So make a plan for the holidays. I'm not drinking for this holiday, or I'm only going to have one drink. I'm having dessert only on Christmas Day and New Year's. Like, make a plan and try to stick to it, because if not, everything becomes game and you're going to walk into that party and you wouldn't have had a plan, and you're just going to eat everything if that's, if you don't sort of live with restraints, and most people don't. So, but saying this to say is that don't wallow in your guilt, because the guilt, that stress is just, it reverses any good work you could do. It's worse than the food you ate. But try to the next day reset, because you have to put dopamine monster back in his cave. Mm-hmm. And the only way to do that is to starve them, unfortunately. So you would have to, maybe you have, a little bit of the leftover oxtail, a little bit of the pumpkin pie the next day, a little bit of the cornbread with my breakfast or whatever. But don't make that go longer than 2 days. And then maybe you need to do a reset. So maybe we're going to do just, fruits and vegetables, like salad and fruit meals for the next 2 days. Maybe you're going to go on a water fast or a juice fast, but you've got to reset dopamine. You've got to get him back in the cave so he stops screaming, because otherwise it's just going to be from Christmas to New Year's all the way through January. Your brain's going to be like sugar, sugar, sugar. And the next hit has to always be bigger than the last one. It's a drug and it's real. And we've set ourselves up for this like drug feast, and we've got to have some controls around it, or, your health is just not worth it.
Right. That dopamine, eh?
That dopamine.
I think in the new year we need to do a show on dopamine.
Yeah, I think that's a good
idea, because it impacts so many areas of our life, and dopamine is a very big component of social media abuse.
It is, but none of us could live or survive or think or have energy or without dopamine. It's just got to be in a controlled setting.
All right.
So you want to be able to excite dopamine without it exciting you. That's the key.
So Frequency Event Promotion says his weakness is curry. Oh, another curry goat, oxtail, and fruit salad.
Fruit salad?
Hey,
that's
just doing fruit salad just to get brownie points. Such a lie.
He also says this holiday will not catch me eating rice and peas. Really? Really? Okay. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, the rice and peas. I
Yeah.
admit, like at holiday season, I like my rice and peas, but that's the only time you'll catch me doing the rice and peas.
Uh,
Right, you got a question? I got more as always.
no, you can go ahead. Yeah, I asked mine.
Okay, so for people traveling during the holidays, what's your top tip to stay grounded in healthy habits when their environment changes?
Yeah, traveling, that can really put an effect. So, my tips for traveling is it depends. If you're staying at a family's house, plan to go grocery shopping. Plan to go pick up some salad stuff, some fresh fruits on your budget. Don't say, oh, this is the way I eat. You bring it. No one's going to shop for you the way that you need to. So plan to, like, okay, when I get there, I'm just going to buy some salad stuff. And, no matter what you're eating, just try to get a salad in first. Even if it's all the wrong foods, if you've had a salad, you will fill your stomach up. There's water, electrolytes, nutrients. You'll feel more nourished and you'll probably eat less of the bad stuff. So when you're traveling, make sure you plan, if you're staying at someone's house, to go grocery shopping, get some fresh food, put it in that refrigerator so that you can plan to do that. If you're staying at a hotel, have a little mini fridge there. Bring what you can. So for me, when I'm traveling, I bring my own gluten-free granola. I bring my own gluten-free bread. I bring, my mixed raw nuts, so that I at least have something. And then I hit a grocery store still. I get a box of salad that can just fit in that mini fridge. And I get a few fruits that don't need refrigerating, just so that I do have something that I know is not a fail at a minute's grasp. So that's important. And try to encourage the group. For instance, if Christmas dinner hasn't been planned, try to always encourage earlier meals. Let's not have dinner at, Christmas dinner at 7. Let's try to do it at 3 or 4. It's so horrible to eat this big meal at 7 o'clock at night. Then there's dessert afterwards. Sometimes there's alcohol or coffee afterwards. It's 11 o'clock and you're so stuffed and full and uncomfortable, and you go to sleep on that. That's just a mess. So
Yeah, but it turns into that almost being the tradition. It's like you're gonna go
it
to the
is.
place and you're just expecting it, and so yeah, making a plan to offset that would be a good approach, especially thinking about it now, knowing that hey, that shouldn't be a tradition that I have to stuff myself and go to
Exactly.
bed like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Dr. Tachi asks, what about brown rice?
What about brown rice? So brown rice can be a healthy option, but for somebody who's trying to lose weight, it's still starchy. So if you're trying to lose weight, I'd go with quinoa, millet, buckwheat rather than brown rice. If you live a very active lifestyle or you're a person who has a fast metabolism, brown rice is a fine and healthy option. And I know there's lots of social media about the arsenic that's in our rice, and especially our brown rice. You know what? There's arsenic in an apple and its seeds. So, the reality is, it's a very, very small, minute amount. You don't have to be worried about it, in my opinion. But yes, it's fine if it is if you're trying to maintain or gain weight or very active. Brown rice is great.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Ryan, I can go further. You got any cut? You got any?
No, I actually have to prepare for my
Yes.
10, so I
All
should
right.
probably hop. But always good seeing you, Carolyn, and I'll
Yes.
keep loop how well I keep this diet away from red
I
meat.
feel like you're doing better every time you come on.
I agree.
Mm,
I appreciate that. Yes,
mm.
Dr. Vibe has to take notice as well that I'm definitely improving.
Listen, with the way your businesses are growing and all that you're doing, health is wealth. It's just not going to make any sense that your businesses go to such an awesome place and wealth grows and all of that, and then you're not healthy enough to enjoy it. So I'm
Yeah.
glad. Eat your salads, drink your water,
And I love
oxtail
that.
once in a while.
I love that you mentioned that because that was a running theme at the conference about if your business scales, can your health maintain that scalability? So yeah, definitely echo what you're saying. I love that.
All
But
right,
always
Mr. Ryan, we'll
good
see you Friday. Take care, man.
yes, later.
All right. So Ryan is out, and we're with Carolyn. And let's do a little bit of a reset. We got to do this correctly. So if you want to get a hold of Energy Shack Juice Bar, there is the website. There is the email address, info@Energy Shack Juice Bar. Instagram, the Energy Shack Juice Bar. Facebook, Energy Shack Juice Bar. Phone number 647-637-6755. If you have any questions about physical health outside of today, email Carolyn at info@EnergyShackJuiceBar.com and say you saw her in the Morning Vibe. Here is a link for consultations. And by the way, all this information is in the comment sections on most of the platforms you're watching this live or on the replay. Also, as always, special offer, consultation with nutritionist for $49 instead of the $110 price. When you mention the Morning Vibe or Dr. Vibe, email info@Energy Shack Juice Bar. All right, let's get back. I think there is some comments, so let me get to
A little quieter crowd today.
Oh, they're all stuffed. Oh no, you know what? The snow. It's a snow. The snow's got.
Yeah.
Oh, so Dr. Tachi says, "Oxtail King, no more." All right, some more conversation pieces for you. Let's go. How can someone avoid the wait until January mentality and instead make gradual, sustainable changes during the holidays?
Yeah, I believe in resolutions. I believe in making resolutions every single day. I mean, how many times are you going to tell yourself you're going to start working out before you actually do it? So it's important to have those conversations and make those resolutions. But I don't believe in this January resolution thing that, November's the new January, September's the new January. Like every month has to be the new January. So, I think people need to, when we make January resolutions, we're giving ourselves permission to fail today. We're giving ourselves permission to not adhere to what my body needs and what my health needs today. And that's dangerous because, like I said, 2 months really off could take 6 months to a year to actually get back. So I really recommend that people look and say, write down your goals. What are your resolutions? And what can you do today to start that? And we had a talk a couple months ago about making practical plans so that you are consistent. So figure out, don't start with, okay, I'm going to go to the gym every single day next week. No, you're not. If you've been going zero, that might last for a week or two, but that's not going to be sustainable. So make realistic resolutions, but I really recommend, I hope the audience is hearing me, start today, start right now, even today. Like, what's your plan? Before you have your lunch today, go take that 10 or 15-minute walk. Choose to have that salad before your meal. Make these decisions today. December will look amazing. You'll get off a little bit. You'll have a few treats, but in January, you'll still be fabulous because, which I'll share in a moment, you'll learn how to reset because that's key.
Got it. Another thing in regards to this, and I'm just taking a look at my notes. Here we go. Holidays can stir up stress or loneliness. How can someone differentiate between emotional hunger and physical hunger in those moments?
Yeah, that's hard because you're right. Not everybody has all the family and people around them that, make the holidays so special. And I was actually talking to a family member of mine who just is like Christmas crazy. I don't understand her Christmas crazy spirit, but like, it's like she gets so excited about Christmas, house decorated, everything. And she said, she had to take a pause and think about it. But she grew up in a home where she didn't always feel loved by her parents, but at Christmas time she did. That was when she just felt so loved. Everybody was in a good mood. She could do nothing wrong. And so the reality is that many holidays are attached to to us emotionally and also nostalgia. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad thoughts. And we can easily turn to, that's fine, I'm just going to have, not one brownie, but the whole tray. I'm just going to eat this cake because it doesn't even matter. And so being able to, and I know this is so broader than just a little conversation, but that can't be worth it. So I always remind people that a freezer will keep food for 6 months. Take a brownie, put the rest in the freezer, walk away, do something that has fresh air, something that occupies the mind, something that's healthy, walk on the treadmill, get out of the house, get away from the kitchen. And you're not saying, no, I can't have the rest of the brownies. You're just saying, not right now. And as they stay in the freezer, they'll stay there for 6 months. You can take out another brownie later, but don't have the whole tray. And really try to listen to your body. If you're not sure if you're hungry or not, drink water. If after drinking water you feel full, your body's still digesting. If after you drink water 15 minutes later, you're like, I can't even move, I need food, then you're hungry. But drink water, see if you can go for a walk. Both of those help to encourage digestion. And most of the times you'll realize that what you thought was hunger was just your body needing a little bit of help, oxygen, a little bit of water to help encourage digestion. And you weren't hungry. So nice. Drink water, go outside, get some fresh air, and make a decision. And no, you don't have to eat all those cookies. And no, they won't go to waste. Put them in your freezer.
Nice. Alice, we haven't seen you for a while, but your sister indulges apple pumpkin pie and chocolates are her weaknesses over the holiday season.
And she's a chef, so she'll probably make them all. Yeah, Alice is a chef. She's a chef in study, a chef in training.
Okay, that is good to know. Maybe we have to bring her on, both of us on. Okay, so between shopping, cooking, and events, self-care often falls last. What's a 5-minute daily practice you recommend to prioritize wellness?
A 5-minute daily practice. Wow. So, not trying to offend anybody who doesn't believe in God, but sitting at the feet of Jesus is really important for me to just, reset. But that's actually usually an hour, not 5 minutes.
Okay.
But what is a really good practice? 5 minutes, just take a pause and walk through your day. Walk through your breakfast, walk through your exercise, walk through what you're doing for work, walk through what your lunch plan is, walk through what are you going to do when you get home from work, and what is your evening going to look like. Just take 5 minutes and walk through your day, and then intentionally insert, oh yes, that means I need to make that salad before I leave, or am I going to order it? Oh yes, that means I've got to take the chickpeas out of the freezer, or I've got to put the rice on now before I leave to work because that's part of, the kids' dinner. Yes, that means that if my meeting starts at 10, I better at 9 o'clock get my exercise in. So take 5 minutes and just walk through the day so you can intentionally add in your healthy, Carolyn, that to me is self-care, is that I've got my exercise in, I've eaten well, I brought my water bottle, I'm doing well, and I've made a plan to go for a walk. But if I don't walk through my day walks right through me. And then
good point.
The end of the day comes and I'm just like, I failed again. But it's so great to end your day and be like, hurrah, I ate well today. I hit the gym today. I feel
Celebrate
good.
Celebrate it.
Celebrate it. Absolutely.
Okay, another topic I want to bring up, if you want to chat about the connection between stress, cortisol, and cravings during the holidays.
Yeah, so most people don't realize that their cravings are generally their bodies saying, I don't have enough nutrients, and we don't know how to interpret that. So when you've had like a diet that is empty calories, refined, carbohydrates, sugar, your body's like, I need B vitamins, I need E vitamins, I'm low on vitamin D. And we think that means that craving, that voice we have, we think that means I need sugar, I need chips, I need something. But we can't differentiate between those voices. So it's very, very important that we understand that many cravings are coming from malnourishment. So many of us are overweight, but we're malnourished because we consume a lot of calories, but they're not nutrient dense. Another thing that's very important that people don't think about is that when you release cortisol because you're stressed out, your body has to use cholesterol to buffer your cells from the dangers of cortisol. So a fatty tissue is produced in your body to help you manage your stress. Well, where's your body getting all the fat to make that cholesterol? So a lot of times when we're stressed out, your body's like, I need more fat, I need rich foods because you're so stressed out. I have to make more cholesterol. So that's also where the cravings come from, is just recognizing that. And again, how to deal with that in the moment. Well, hopefully you don't give in. You can just walk away from the kitchen, go outside, get some fresh air, trick your brain. I warm up some almond milk. I put a little bit of coconut milk in there. I add some Kira powder, a turmeric, a dash of honey. My body thinks it's having like the best latte in the world, but there's so little calories in there. I've fully tricked myself, tricked my brain into thinking that I've given into the craving, which I have not. And then I'm super nourished and satisfied. So there's a lot of easy ways to overcome that. But for sure, when we're stressed out, your body is calling for rich foods because it needs more cholesterol. So that's why we crave sugary things. We crave rich foods when we're stressed out. But unfortunately, once your body has used all of the rich foods that you've given it and your stress subsides, you're left with all this cholesterol that your body has no place to put it except to clog your arteries. So it's a mess.
Mm-hmm. Fitness IQ Cam says, I want more sugary things when she's stressed.
Yeah, absolutely. That's real.
Many people are like that. Let me bring up this conversation piece. Can you share a few quick nourishing meals for busy days when time is tight, but health remains a priority, especially over the holiday season?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So when time is tight and you need something nourishing, a couple things. I mean, whether time is tight or budget is tight, but people don't realize the power of a sweet potato. I mean, throw a sweet potato in the oven, throw like 5 or 6 of them in the oven, let them bake in the oven until like the sugar starts to seep out of them, put a couple fork holes in it. It might take 45 minutes or an hour in the oven, but it's inexpensive food, high in beta carotene. It satisfies your sweet tooth. So, baked sweet potatoes are wonderful, healthy, and healing. Don't put them in the microwave, bake them in the oven.
Okay.
And I know that I sound like a broken record with my salads, but I just can't tell you, like, salads don't have to take you forever. We live in a world where we can buy a box of spring mix. I don't recommend you buy a pre-chopped salad, but even if you just took a box of spring mix with, chop some cucumbers on it, throw some fresh onions, and just take a little jar and shake together some olive oil and lemon juice, put a drop of maple syrup and salt.
There you go.
I mean, that's so nourishing. Throw a handful of raw nuts on there, maybe a bit of avocado. Have that with your sweet potato and open up a can of chickpeas and sprinkle it on your sweet potato. Like, that's a amazingly nourishing meal, low calorie, high fiber, high nutrients that you can literally, I mean, besides the sweet potato that took an hour to bake, but bake it the day before or something. But that in itself is such a nourishing meal, so simple and very inexpensive.
Following up with that, how do you recommend building a balanced plate at holiday buffets without feeling restricted or overwhelmed by options?
Yeah, so take your dinner plate and load it with salad first. Don't touch anything else. Load it with salad. Eat your salad and then go back for whatever you want and make a quarter of your plate still the salad. You will not have much room for all the unhealthy options, and all of that salad digests without giving you extra calories. It'll leave you full, but it doesn't leave you bloated. So have a plate of salad, finish that, go back to get your cooked food, but a quarter of your plate, keep putting that salad. And if you're going to a place that doesn't have a salad, bring a salad.
Mm.
Bring the dressing.
They Dr. Tachi calls Ryan the oxtail king. We should call you the salad queen.
I'm telling you, it's like, it's, I would say it's the secret of my success. Like, we don't have a client that in over a decade hasn't brought their blood sugar down on our program, hasn't brought their blood pressure down, hasn't brought their cholesterol down. We've never had a fail in over a decade. But I'm telling you, salad's the secret sauce.
I'm going to put you on the spot in a
Sure.
good way.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe this is something you may want to do for Energy Shack, just a holiday health toolkit.
A holiday health what?
Toolkit.
Oh, a holiday health toolkit. Ooh, that's a great one.
So maybe creating one and just sharing it, just quick workouts, salads, just a little bit of a toolkit, a holiday health toolkit, I think.
Well, on top of that, as I said, that the amount of viruses and colds and flus that run around in this season, if I was going to give you a holiday first aid kit, you'd want a couple cloves of garlic in there. You'd want to have a fresh onion in there. You are going to want, if you can, some oil of oregano, and you are going to want an orange and a lemon. And keep that available in your house at all times. And I'm telling you, the first sign of cold, just take
You know what? In the next few weeks, this is going to be hitting full blast with this cold weather like this.
100%.
It's going to hit. It's going to hit. Dr. Tachi says, I made 5 baked sweet potatoes the other day.
See? She knows what she's talking about.
No, absolutely. Dr. Tachi is on point.
They're so good for you.
What about the people who indulge in alcohol that may increase it during the holiday season?
Yeah, so I'm really an abstinence girl. I believe completely in a zero alcohol life. The reality is, I want anybody who consumes alcohol, if you're not there yet where you're ready to totally abstain, just keep in mind that 1 ounce of alcohol, and that's not a lot. 1 ounce of alcohol sets your liver back for 5 full days. So it can't do its detoxification properly for 5 full days. So basically, you have taken your whole filtration system and you've blocked it up for 5 days. That's a lot. 12 liters of blood are supposed to get filtered through there every hour. It's going to be disabled to do that process. So you decide, as a person who consumes alcohol, and that was the conversation piece with Wayne, and he saw it for himself. Amazing blood pressure for a full month, no alcohol. He had a drink on Sunday, and it took us almost until Friday to get his blood pressure back. He ate the same. He worked out the same. He could, because his liver was suffering for 5 full days. So if you are going to consume alcohol, whether it's a glass of wine or it's in your sorrel, just make sure that you are making those decisions judiciously of like, okay, maybe one holiday, maybe, once every 5 days, maybe it'll be Christmas and then New Year's Eve. And there's nothing wrong with sipping on 1 glass the whole night. We don't have to keep topping it up. I know there's a social thing that comes with it, but it's really not worth it. But if you have fallen off, that kind of brings me to my other point is know how to reset. You've got to cleanse your liver. You've got to heal your digestive system. So knowing how to reset, because this is all good talk. And yeah, I'm only going to drink once for the holidays. I'm only have one treat. We're not all that disciplined. So knowing how to reset is key. Yes, I can give practical tips when we're ready on how to do that resetting.
The floor is yours. You know that. The floor is yours. You fire when ready.
Okay. So a couple things is if you really have had a late meal, alcohol, whatever, and you feel like garbage in the morning, just do a water day. Just do a day of just water, lemon in your water. Just do a full water day. Give your body a chance to catch up. Don't add any more food. If you have it available to you, the best thing to do is to get some wheatgrass or barley greens. And we have both at the Energy Shack. They are high antioxidants. They are loaded with oxygen. So they're almost no calories, but they have incredible healing properties for your liver and your gut and any cells that have been damaged through the toxic process. So if you can do a day or two of just water, lemon in your water, barley grass, wheatgrass, that's very healing. Even if you just did one day or at least 36 hours, do that. Now, if you weren't super far off, but you had some sugar and you don't want those cravings to come back, take 2 days to do a vegetable juice fast. And friends, stop juicing fruits, juice your vegetables. And that doesn't mean your whole glass is carrots and beets, because that's problematic. So some carrots may be cucumbers, celery, lettuce, kale, whatever. But try to go on 2 or 3 days of vegetable juice fasting. Or if you don't have access to that, or you don't feel like you can fully fast, just have a bowl of fruits for breakfast, a big salad for lunch, and maybe a herbal tea for dinner. Just go really light. Don't even add your beans. Don't even add your sweet potatoes. Just do like really cleansing stuff. Yeah, so know how to reset. But fasting, again, if there was another secret sauce, and I'm okay to share all of my secrets in my arsenal, fasting is one of the most healing things that we do for our clients here at the Energy Shack. Because when you fast, you give your organs a break. Yeah. And you allow your body to actually find the issues and heal without the bombardment and the whole process of energy that food requires from the body.
It's so interesting, Carolyn, and this may be another conversation topic. I'm speaking, you're going to be with us next year. That
I plan to.
Thank you. And we want you back always. That the body is an incredible machine.
Master machine.
And maybe doing just a show just on the body. Because for myself, my body tells me when it's not right. Mm-hmm. Right? If there are things that I've said I don't eat, and then for example, the other day I had some cheese. Oh, Lord.
What a mess.
My stomach said, no, what are you doing? I think too many people, I just say that to it, many people take their body for granted until it malfunctions. And in many cases, the body has sent warning signs.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Well, an author that I really hold dear to, even my practice, she wrote a book, The Ministry of Healing, and she says, disease is an effort of nature to rid the body of the violation of the laws of health. So if you really think about that, disease is not a bad thing. It's your body trying to rid itself of the damage or the toxins that you put in it because you ate or lived in a way that went off balance of your natural design. So disease is just the response of that. It's your body trying to fix itself. is ultimately what it does. Homeostasis, the law that governs the human body, is always trying to fix itself. I mean, a perfect example of this is that if we eat too much meat over the holidays, dairy products, sugar, alcohol, we make our blood very acidic. When that blood flows through the kidneys have an adrenal gland sitting right on top. So when the kidneys sense, because they're amazing, they have like this pH strip, imaginary pH strip in the kidneys that says this blood is acidic, this blood is alkaline, or this blood is perfect at 7.34. So if the blood is too acidic, your kidneys signal the adrenal glands to go and get calcium from your bones, release it into the bloodstream because calcium is very alkaline, so that when the next round of blood comes, there is some calcium in there trying to make the blood more alkaline because calcium's super alkaline. So it's really amazing that the kidneys could communicate with the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands can communicate with your pineal gland to tell your bones to start breaking apart and releasing calcium into the bloodstream. This all happens almost instantaneously. The repercussions of that is that your adrenals are fatigued. So now you feel low energy and not, a little fatigued. And your kidneys start to get some damage, but your joints start to hurt after a while because you keep losing calcium. Because your kidneys can't just say, Carolyn, stop eating. Carolyn, don't put that glass of wine in your mouth. Carolyn, have a salad. I need some alkalining. Your kidneys can't say that. So it instead just tries to fix itself with these incredible body processes that it has. But, days and days of that, all of a sudden you're like, I don't know why, but my knees are like really bothering me. What did I do? What did you eat? How much did you eat? Right? So it's really amazing that the body can do this all by itself.
Yeah, this is, and maybe next year we can do a series on the body, because we take it for granted, a lot of us.
We take it for granted.
And I've had some health challenges, and I'm going, wow. Do people realize that they have this, and if they don't take care of this, simple things, what could happen?
Mm-hmm.
It really, the body is such an incredible thing. I mean, I don't know, maybe I hope we can chat offline.
Yeah,
how we
can... 12 shows wouldn't even get us to 2.
Well, that's what I mean.
I know.
That's what I mean.
We're so fearfully and wonderfully made. It's incredible.
And this is what I mean, why it is important to talk about it, because, and again, coming back to what you said at the beginning, I am so happy about the hard work that you do, and also to share it with Americans. But it also needs to be shared with more people here, because there's food insecurity here too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know about it. I know about it. Right. And it's just, it's just such a crazy, crazy, crazy time. But I know if we ate better, many of us would be better.
Yeah. And, here's the thing is that you don't have to be a scientist, a biologist, or even a nutritionist to understand, okay, well, my adrenals are fatigued because I'm eating too acidic, and osteoclast happens. That's the process of your bones being broken up for calcium. You don't even have to know that. If you just eat and live in the rhythm in which you were designed, all the processes work.
You know what? That you need to make sure you repeat that every time you share with people. You eat and live in the rhythm that you were designed. I love that. I love that.
That's what it all comes down to. When you see that cortisol rises in the morning, and so does your metabolism. At noon, it's the highest. After 4 o'clock, metabolism slows down, so does cortisol. Insulin is the lowest in the evening. So does it make any sense that we skip breakfast, eat lunch, and then eat dinner when metabolism's the slowest and insulin's the lowest? Eat in the rhythm you were designed. Go to
Oh, I
bed
love
when the
that.
sun goes
Carolyn,
down.
write that down. Please write that down.
I say it 550 times
No,
every
but
day.
okay, it's in your brain, but I don't want you to forget.
I
Eat
would never forget it.
eat
But
in the
this,
room that you were designed.
yes, it's very, very important.
So
Digestion begins
powerful.
to rise. Get your first meal in. Noon, it's the highest. Have your last big meal at 4 o'clock. Your digestive system slows down. Your circadian rhythm is going down. Don't put food in. That's like the last thing you want to do. Your body doesn't have insulin at night to even digest the amount of sugar that you're consuming. Hormones are balanced in the evening. It needs an empty stomach. Let's just learn how to eat in this rhythm, how to live in this rhythm, and you don't even have to understand the human body. It just works for you and not against you.
Against you. Ray says, eat to live, not live to eat.
Yes,
Love
that's a
that.
good old saying.
Something tells me that you got an appointment in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, Mondays are always just fire here. Although I warned the team last night, I'm on Dr. Vibe, so I think I've set up everything this morning for being okay.
Yeah.
But phone
Is
is
there,
still going off. But it's always good conversations.
no, it's so you're such a wonderful human being for myself. And I really gotta thank you and bless you. There's
Well,
not
I'm blessed to be here.
well, there's I'm gonna put out there, there's not too many people I know in my journey that have given so many people hope,
Amen.
you know? Because we're in a world where there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of hope.
Yeah.
And there's so many, so I want to bless you on that. That is, I've seen you give hope and true belief to so many people. Like you give people another lease on life.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Honestly, Dr. Vibe, that's what gives me so much joy in what I do is that I don't have to when I meet with somebody and they're feeling so physically broken. I just love that I'm not selling a supplement that they have to keep buying from me. I'm not giving them anything that I think might work. I know it works. I'm able to give true, genuine hope to every single person
Mhm.
I meet. Never ever found somebody and didn't leave them better than I found them. This never happened in over a decade. And I feel very blessed to be equipped with the knowledge to be able to give real, genuine hope, physically and spiritually, if anybody wants
Yes.
to listen.
Dr. Tachi says, yes, Carolyn is a big blessing. Carolyn, you are one of the individuals, and there's not a lot of people I know that you get to, you don't got to.
Hmm. That's something to think about.
Yeah. And I'm sharing this with more and more people these days that what we should aim to do, this is just Dr. Vibe sharing, that we have a get to life, not a got to life.
Hmm.
And the other day someone said, well, what do you mean by that? Well, how do you feel when you got to do something
Yeah,
instead of get
exactly.
to do something?
Exactly. Yeah, it's my privilege. It is honestly my privilege. I just love watching people get their health back because I feel like I'm able to help get their life back.
Yeah, there you go. Because
Yeah.
time never lost a fight.
No. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how much money you have, even if you're in the best, most healthiest relationship, you have all these
Doesn't
people
matter.
that love you. When you don't feel good, nothing actually matters. Yeah, health
Well,
is truly the greatest of all human blessings.
yeah, health, wealth, and relationships. That's what it gets down to a lot of times. Your health, and especially your health.
Yeah.
Especially your health. That leads with first. For people who are watching and say, we've got something exciting coming up next month. Carolyn's going to be open to ask any questions. And I'm going to start doing promos on it in the next week or so with my videos saying my little short videos promoting Ask Carolyn anything coming
Ask
up.
the nutritionist,
Ask the
whatever is
nutritionist.
on your heart. Let's get these
Let's
questions
let it
answered
roll.
before 2026. Yes.
Is there anything else you want to share with our family today?
Well, I just want to emphasize. That holidays should be enjoyed for sure. I mean, and if you don't have family or somebody you can share them with, Go volunteer. There's a lot of even more lonely people out there. Go to the nursing home. I used to take the kids all the time. I still visit the elderly. So, don't just sit in your room and eat an extra bag of cookies because you're so sad. I mean, I'm sure there's probably lots of reason for you to be sad, but go give and give of your time to other people. And even if you have a lot of family, yes, those family get-togethers are important, but try to do something that doesn't center always around food. Make some crafts together. I mean, we just plan to fail when we're just like, oh, we're going to do all this baking together. Why? You're going to end up eating those cookies. So make good plans to have a healthy holiday. Enjoy a few treats, but do not plan to fail by putting in so many socials, so much baking, so many things that are going to occupy your time that you're not going to be able to get to what's most important. And that's making sure that your health is sustained throughout the holidays. So make the plans today now. We get off this call. We're done this, we're done this live chat here. Make plans of, okay, how many times am I going to hit the gym for next week? Let me get my salads prepped for the rest of the week. I'm not going to eat after 3:00. I'm just doing that herbal tea as Carolyn suggested. I'm going to bed early. Like, hit the mark as often as you can. When Christmas comes, it's like going to just reflect off of you. It won't even matter. Anyway.
So true, so true, so true. And yeah, people, reach out to her.
Yes, happy to have, we've got some really great new detoxes coming up.
Nice. I want to hear about them offline.
You're going to hear. We've got some really, really great new liver cleansing detoxes coming up. So anyway, plan to do it now before the holidays.
100%. All right. As we wrap it up here, again, EnergyShackJuiceBar.com. Email address info@EnergyShackJuiceBar.com. Instagram, The Energy Shack Juice Bar. Facebook, Energy Shack Juice Bar. Phone number 647-637-6755. That's if you're in the just across Canada, because you can do cell phone, but also she does consultations online, family. Just want to make sure. That's why you reach out to her email. If you have any questions about physical health, email Carolyn info@EnergyShackJuiceBar.com. Tell your son the morning vibe. Here's the link for the consultations. Also, you get a deal if you mention Dr. Vibe or the morning vibe, $49,710. You want to get a hold of Mr. Ryan Knight, RyanKnight.com. Again, KN, not N. And then also you can find out more about Dr. Vibe at toplink.cc/The Dr. Vibe Show. You can watch replays of this epic conversation on The Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Ryan Oneil Knight on YouTube, and Afro Caribbean Business Network on YouTube. All right, as we close it off, this is a good conversation day. This is really like we family, we give thanks to Carolyn, and pray for her, because what she's doing servant godly work, and it's not always easy. So if it's in your heart, pray for her and her family. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, we really take, just on that note, we have quite a few cancer patients in our care that we've been doing some home visits with, and this cancer thing is so ugly. So pray for us that we have the wisdom.
There's another conversation topic, maybe holistic approaches to cancer, because over the last few weeks, and even people. Okay, here another. I hope we can mentally keep a track of this. What about all these illnesses happening to young people?
Yeah. Well, the truth is, Dr. Vibe, is that young people are living sedentary lives. They're not moving anywhere close to what they used to. They're not being young people the way that they were designed, and the processed food is killing them.
And you say that again? They're not being what? No, that was quotable right there.
Yes, they are not being the youth that they were designed to be. So they are having congested blood, processed food, and they're not burning the calories like a child is supposed to, running up and down the streets, climbing trees, roller skating.
Okay. See, my content creating head is going like wildfire. Here's another conversation topic. Holistic tips to parents for holistic health for their children.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to get there because unfortunately these devices, that's our kids' pastime these days. And that's not natural, right? And unfortunately, the devices, the flashing of screens and the constant
Dopamine.
scrolling, it actually reforms different neural pathways in the brain that are actually causing depression and psychological issues.
Yeah,
And
well,
then what they're seeing is causing depression because they can't live up to it, or it's putting
family, you don't want to be around the next time Carol and I have an offline conversation. You're going to be deep because there's a growing movement that's saying that young people before the age of 18 should have no access to social media.
Yeah, that would be so. Boys' brains only really start their development at around 9 years old. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, as far as maturity,
25. That's all. Carolyn, we got to stop because we're going to start a whole nother different type of show here. But I hear you 150% about. You know what? We have a lifetime of shows just out of this.
We do.
But
anyway, let's just summarize it by
yes.
getting young people active. Just get them active. If you can't get them away from their phones, get them active. Like that's what they need. Stop the processed food. I know you're busy, but they don't have to eat pizza and frozen meals. Like give them salads. And if they complain, guess what? You're the parent. So that's what you're eating, or get your own job and buy your own food. But let's stop spending money on processed food to think we're making our kids happy. You're destroying their health. And they will thank you later, as my kids have thanked me in their 20s now that I gave them a foundation of health food. Do you think they were happy and clapped their hands when I made them eat a lentil spinach stew? No. But, now it matters to them and they appreciate it. So that speaks the love language. When you do things to help your kids have a safe and healthy body, that tells them my mom loves me, my dad loves me, because they care about like the depth of me. Yeah, rather than pacifying them with just their favorite food and treat and time just to keep them quiet.
They love the depth of me. What? Carolyn, when's the book? Come on, Carolyn, rock the house. Come on now. All right, we'll stop because
like I said, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, because we're getting real deep and real passionate, and we're not passionate human beings, Carol and I. We're just bumps on logs. No, sorry. All right. So as always, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get smaller to get stronger. Block assumptions. Aim bigger. Aim better. Aim higher. Aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. Don't just manage your time. Manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And when I say that with people, especially for the first time, so many people, just by body language, or they tell me verbally, thank you for saying that. Giving yourself grace, especially during the holiday season. Just to piggyback on what Carolyn is saying, don't make the assumption, which is one of the worst words in the world, that everyone is joyous over the holiday season. Yeah. Reach out. Personal challenge. Here's a Christmas gift you can give to someone. Call or send a text message to someone in the holiday season that you haven't touched base with for a long time, or someone you may need to apologize to. All right? All right. So if you're not making money, make history. Try to do both and always make it better. God bless. Peace be well. Keep the faith and walk good.
This whole thing of using your business with plant-based products, don't you think your life should reflect that too?
Juke him, Carolyn. Juke him. The family loves us here because they're saying Fitness IQ Can says put a wig on to get in.
Ah!
God.
Oh my God.
Like the ideas are just coming fast and furious here this morning. What? Okay, look at this. Global Women Ambassador. Good morning. Look forward. Okay.